good deal for the school, and he's taught me a lot. He's terrified of those statues.
I know. You should have seen his face when that boggart appeared. Oh, priceless. That's when I knew what I needed to do. I simply didn't want to encounter him anymore. So, I shrewdly put a boggart in his path to learn his greatest fear. I then created the demiguise statues to keep him in his place, so to speak. The moons were an inspired play on his name. It worked brilliantly, until you started clearing them out.
There we go. What's that?
Sounds as if Mr. Moon deserved what he got. But perhaps it's time you both moved on.
Fair point, I suppose. If they've terrified him, as you say, he may have learned his lesson.
Okay. YouTube gonna make me Goku. You know what? I'll work with that after I listen to music. Okay. Talk to this nigga, scary ass nigga right here.
Mr. Moon, I've learned who's behind the demiguise statues. It was a classmate of yours that you bullied, Piers Pemberton.
Oh, I might have known. Pigtails Piers.
What what's going on? No, I'm sure, huh?
I don't think he likes being called that.
Of course he does. Oh, he had such flowing locks. And we used to laugh about them. I laughed the hardest of all. Clever, clever man. I'd no idea he was so devious. I must congratulate him. Whatever statues remain seem less terrifying now that I know they were put out by old pigtails. Continue collecting them if you like. As for me, I'm going to go pay a visit to my old friend.
You know what it is. You think audio, man, I'm here. I got Ronnie Bo all the way from Milwaukee. He was R. Kelly Selly. So you know, I know, so I don't know if y'all know, when you in the cell with a man at night, you know what I mean? You change war stories and therapy. So from him being in the cell with R. Kelly, he shared his gangster stories, and R. Kelly shared his industry stories. Sit back, subscribe at Mecca Audio TV. Let's get this thing popping. Hit the notification. We're going to bring Ronnie Bo up right after the intro. All right. All right, you know what it is. Unique Mech Audio, man. I'm not even gonna hold y'all up because I know everybody waiting to hear from the world famous Ronnie Bo. He has so much to say. He's articulate. I spent last night, you know, talking to him and, you know, feeling him out because, you know, we got to do our vetting Unique Mech Audio. And I like the way he conduct himself, so I'm gonna let him share his story. If it's anything that I don't agree with, I'm gonna speak on. Y'all could put it in the comments as well. Let me bring him up. All right. Tell him who you are and where you from and how you met R. Kelly.
My name is Ronnie Bo. I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I ended up meeting R. Kelly because I got indicted in the Northern District of Illinois, which is the Chicago area, for allegedly drug trafficking by traveling to Chicago to buy drugs and bringing the drugs back to Milwaukee to sell them to Milwaukee drug dealers, which was alleged by the DEA. Agent Timothy P. Gray, who investigated me for about 3 years. And then once I got indicted, I ended up beating a serious case, and it was allegations of 90.
All right, here we go. Today we have one of our most controversial guests back for his second interview, Trench's News. Welcome back to Vlad TV.
Thank you for having me back, Vlad.
Absolutely, man. You know, you caused quite a ruckus last time you were on here.
I know, man. I love it, though. I love it, man. I love it. Somebody got to be the bad guy, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. I take that role on sometimes. You know, people accuse me of that as well, so, you know, I can relate.
Yep.
Well, last time we got your whole story, but you have a whole YouTube channel that covers what's happening in Chicago. So I want to focus on that this time.
Yep.
And we have to start with Chief Keef. Now, Chief Keef had a big concert in Chicago. Did you go?
No, I ain't go, but I seen it. I was proud of him.
Yeah. I mean, when's the last time he actually had a show in Chicago?
2011, I think. At Adriana's.
That is 13 years.
Yep.
That is you could start in kindergarten and do a show after you graduate high school. That's how long.
That's how long.
That's how long. I mean, what was the anticipation? Because he hadn't been there in so long. And look, you got to give it to Chief Keef to really starting the whole, you know, Chicago drill culture.
You do. You got to give it to him, man, whether you like it or not. And actually, the people should congratulate him because he opened the doors for everybody. He opened the doors for the Tukas and everybody who represent them. Like, he opened the doors for everybody. He got everybody paid at the end of the day. And, like, when he came, at first I was like, nah, he shouldn't come. You know, people, he got a lot of haters, man. And, you know, somebody will try something. But, you know, I'm glad that it was like he got on the stage and performed. No problems, no trouble, no gunshots. Like, I was proud of it. And he grew up. He grew up, man. He grew up big time.
Yeah. I mean, and he was also one of the smartest rappers, I feel. Like, when he first blew up in Chicago, he wasn't trying to show people how tough he was and so forth. He got up and he moved to, like, Calabasas, different parts of L.A., and he just kept a relatively low profile.
It's like, he had to leave Chicago to grow. You can grow outside Chicago with no influence or no gang members or nobody to come and tamper with your day. You can survive, man, outside Chicago, man. You can survive. And I think that's what helped them by being outside Chicago, whether they want to say Keith ran from Chicago, O-Block banned them, whatever you want to say, man. Thank God, Keith, for that. Because whatever they want to say, man, you still alive. He's still winning. And he the GOAT of it because he ain't in no trouble. He ain't got to worry about no ducking, no crimes because he been gone. He been gone doing all the crimes.
I agree. Like I said, he was the smartest one. As soon as he blew up, he got out of everyone's way. And like I've always said, if someone wants to kill you, they're not going to go to the airport, buy a plane ticket, get on a plane, land somewhere, look for a gun somewhere, try to find where you are in that new city. That never happens. It's always a crime of opportunity. It's always like, oh, okay, he's a couple miles away. Let's jump in the car and go get him.
Yep, we just seen that with another rapper. Like they driving a couple of hours away, but if you are far away, like they ain't gonna think about it. It's just opportunity, like you said.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about Fulio, of course, who got killed on his 26th birthday. And I'd interviewed him, man. We had a whole conversation about him squashing his beef and moving on, and he hadn't had kids yet, and he said, yeah, you know, we could probably, me and Young and Ace, you know, could probably work it out at one point. Not to say Young and Ace had anything to do with this. And at this point, it's still an unsolved crime. I have no idea who's behind it. But he did have a lot of beef with Young and Ace, which is, you know, common knowledge. A lot of people were dying on both sides. And the fact that he was in Tampa, which is a few hours from Jacksonville, not that long. And he was on Instagram saying, I'm having a birthday party, DM me for the address. he's not checking those names or DMing him. You know, he's not looking into backgrounds or whatever. He's giving out his address somewhat publicly. And, you know, when you heard about Fulio dying, what'd you think?
It was crazy, man, because I was asleep on that Jacksonville drill scene. Like, I was asleep on it, man. I didn't know that they had the same thing that Chicago had in 2012 going on down there. So I was lost on it. But when I caught on to it and I started listening to the songs, I said, man, it's the same thing that's getting these guys killed down here. The dead people and all that. I was just so surprised that he got all them enemies, man, and he was willing to go live everywhere he went and tell people, even to promote a birthday party. I think was crazy, man, knowing that, you know, you still in your home state. I don't know why he didn't go out to like a different state and enjoy his birthday party. Like you said, it's only opportunity, man. All right, he 3 hours away, or we might got some family down here in Tampa Bay. Let's try him. But if he was somewhere else, man, they probably wouldn't even got him, man. But yeah, Fulio, it's like everybody try to change before they die. They willing to sit down and talk. Duck was willing to sit down before Duck died. He was willing to sit down with the other side. It's like everybody come to their senses. Even Dirk, I don't know whether he playing or not, but shout out to Lil Dirk. Lil Dirk said, let's save the kids now. You know, sometimes you wake up and feeling different.
Well, speaking of Chief Keef, he had a whole concert planned. And a couple hours before the first concert, he posted, "To my fans, I'm so sorry to announce this, but due to a medical emergency, I've been ordered to stay home to recover, so I have to postpone the tour. Those who bought tickets can opt for a refund or keep for a future date. I intend to be back on the road soon." You know, and then his label posted, "Pray for Sosa." Now, I remember one of the IG pages that had posted this. You know, I had made a comment which ultimately ended up going viral, and I saw it on like Reddit and all these other places, and I said, 28 years old and you have health issues? And of course, I'm the bad guy for saying this, but come on, like everyone's thinking this. Yes, you have a health issue. Something may happen for that particular show, but to cancel your entire tour? Your entire tour at 28? I don't know, man. I mean, what's your take when you heard that?
Vlad, that it was a song. I forgot who it was. I want to say Ludacris. All that smoking gonna catch up. All the drinking gonna catch up. You know, it's gonna catch up to them. Like they abusing them pills right now. When they in pain, when they 60, ain't nothing gonna work for them. Nothing's gonna work for him. So, yeah, all you seen Keith the whole time. I just noticed that Keith belly gone. Like, Keith had a real stomach. His stomach then gone and everything. I say, yeah, he probably do got some health problems. That lean probably, once you off that lean, it's probably a real bad situation for you. Kidneys and everything. So, yeah.
I mean, yeah, Fredo Santana was only 27. That's 1 year younger than how old Chief Keef is now. That was Keef's cousin, right?
Yup, Keef's cousin, man. I love Fredo, man. Long live Fredo. Rest in peace to him.
27, man. I'm 51. I'm damn near twice that age.
You proud of it, ain't you, Vlad?
I'm proud of it,
yeah,
man.
See, people say you
proudly.
old, though. People, the young, will be like, man, this old man. But the goal is to live long, not to die.
Man, getting old is a gift. It's a gift. It's not a curse. It's not something to laugh at, because most people don't get to this age. They simply do not.
That's true.
I actually made a list. When Fulio got killed, I said, damn, how many people have I interviewed that got killed? So I actually counted. I went through all my interviews. 19 people got killed that I have interviewed.
In the last, what, 4 years?
16 years.
Yeah, that's crazy.
16 years.
That's crazy, though.
But here's the thing. I actually made a list with their age. Jimmy Wapo, 21. Doe B, 22. Jay the Youngin, 24. BTB Savage, 26. FBG Duck, 26. Fulio, 26. Mo 3, 28. Draco the Ruler, 28. Takeoff, 28. Chinks Drugs, 31. E-Dave, 632. Big Glow, who's Chief Keef's cousin from Glow Gang, 33. Slim 400, 33. Nipsey Hussle, 33. Young Greatness, 34. Snooty Wild, 36. Young Dolph, 36. The Jacket, 37. Gonzo, 45. So about half of them are in their 20s. The other half are in their 30s. One of them is 45.
That's crazy.
They all got shot. They all got shot except for Draco, who got stabbed. none of these are old men. None of these people died from being in their 60s and 70s and passing away naturally. These are all young guys who could have lived to twice their age, sometimes three times their age, easy.
And by their own people, man. By their own skin color, man. Just wiping each other out.
Yep. By people who look like them in areas where they lived.
Yep.
Almost all.
Ever since Kimora was a little girl, she had her sights set on the sky, and Spectrum Internet brought the sky to her fingertips. As Kimora grew, her dreams grew with her, evolving and elevating.
Almost all of them. Slim 400, they just announced that his killer is getting 32 years.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen that. I really think, man, that like people like them, like even the guy, I don't know if you I know you ain't interviewing, but I seen him on the No Jumper, and he was bragging basically, like he was still talking shit. The Pop Smoke guy, I'm like, man, bro, like they don't get it. They shouldn't even let him out, man. They let people out only to not change. He bragging about it. He saying he ain't got no regrets or none of that, But
well, I mean, if you watch the whole interview, because I watched that whole interview, right? Because there's always going to be sound bites. They're going to take one little sound bite and they're going to run with it. And what he said was, I don't have any regrets for anything that I've done, because you can't live with regret. I did it. I have to stand behind it. But I do have condolences to his family. And, I do wish it never happened. I do wish that it did. I never did it and went along with this. And I don't think he was even the shooter. I think he may have been the getaway driver, and I think he was maybe 15 or 16 at the time.
Yeah.
But
he was young.
He was young. Well, that's why he got out so quickly.
Right. I ain't know the situation. I just know they killed Pop Smoke, and it was like his killer coming home. Like, they've been saying this since he got in jail. Like, he finna be home. And I'm like, damn. Like, smack to the family, though, but...
Yeah, I mean, he's home, but the laws are the laws. If you're under a certain age and you were an accessory, that's just what the guidelines are at the end of the day. Now, when you watch that interview, he definitely seems like heavily intoxicated. He doesn't seem like he's all there. And, people got on at him for doing the interview. I personally feel like, this is part of history. And this person is part of a historical event. I've interviewed Sammy the Bull. I'm sure that all the 19 people that he was involved in killing, I'm sure their families, hate me right now over it. But because it's not Pop Smoke, it's not a rapper that everyone was listening to somewhat recently, it hits a little bit different. But that's what it is.
Sammy the Bull and them, though, man, one thing I could say, they weren't killing anybody. Them people who they killed, man, 9 out of 10 times, they was willing to shoot you in the back of your head, too. So it was like, it's different than them. Like, I respect Sammy to the fullest, bro. Like, even with the Gotti shit, I just respect him, man. Like, hey, you know what I'm talking about? You ain't no rules at the end of the day. Like, people think rules, it's time for rules when consequences come. No, it ain't no rules, man. Period.
Yeah, once you sign up for a certain type of thing, especially, all the people he killed were all mafia related. But he did kill his brother-in-law.
Damn.
His wife's brother, his kid's uncle. That was the one thing he didn't want to talk about. When we did our 2 interviews, he said, I'll talk about anything, but I'm not talking about that. And I'm like, all right, fair enough.
That's respectful, man. At least do it for your wife, the person you got to go and lay down next to after this.
Well, it's his ex-wife. She divorced him.
Oh.
Yeah. Understandable. Well, I think you talked about this also. There was a song that leaked from Chief Keef where he was dissing King Von, Lil Durk, and I think Boss Top.
Yeah.
Okay, was that an old song or is it a new song? Or
yeah,
what?
I don't know, man, because I had reposted it. Then they got this owl generator stuff going on. I ain't know that you could type in some words and put in Keith voice and then it'll rap like Keith. Like, I wasn't aware of that, but the things that they were saying, it all add up. Like, if you from the street.
He's a weirdo, man. He's just weirdo ass nigga out of here, man. Fucking this guy. Who's fucking this trenches news? Stupid. stupid, man.
Boys so hard. Pause. King Von and Rondo, who signed to NBA's Young Boys Never Broke Again Records, had been friendly. But apparently, something happened between the scenes to sour their feelings on each other. During the March 2019 Instagram live session, King Von dissed NBA YoungBoy's music, proclaiming, "You got cap in your raps," but then walked it back by saying he was joking and they had music coming. In February 2020, Vaughn made an X post urging YoungBoy to drop a song they did together. In August of 2020, Vaughn posted a picture holding hands with someone who fans pinpointed was likely Jania Michelle, the child of YoungBoy's mother. She likely says they were merely doing a song together. The child of YoungBoy's mother, or the mother of YoungBoy's child. They got that twisted. The next day, YoungBoy posted a photo on Instagram with a caption proclaiming, "I'm going to make sure my son F your daughter since you trolling." A shot many people think was aimed at Vaughn during the same time frame. Quando Rondo and Little Reese began trading shots on social media. Just days before Vaughn's death, a YoungBoy song with Vaughn's on-again, off-again girlfriend rapper Asia Doll leaked. In November of 2020, King Von downplayed the fracture in an interview with DJ Academics, noting it ain't nothing too serious, and saying the internet was blowing it out of proportion. It was his last interview. Later that night, he ran into Quando at a club in Atlanta, fought him, and then was allegedly unalived by Quando's friend, Lil Tim. Things went beyond the point of resolution with Vaughn's unaliving. Dirk had known Vaughn for years, signed him after he came home from beating an unaliving case in 2017, and together they helped turn Dirk's Only the Family label into a formidable rap movement. Over the next couple of years, Dirk and the duo of YoungBoy and Quando began relentlessly trading shots on social media and in diss songs. Fans egged on the beef, raiding Dirk's Instagram comment section telling him to slide for Vaughn. For these fans, prone to viewing the street violence tied to rap like a reality show, Vaughn's unaliving wasn't a sign that things had gone too far. It was just another plot point. The dividing lines was drawn by the artist, but sharpened by the fans who poured through Twitter, now X posts, Instagram lives, and songs in search of would-be subliminals about the next man. Now, ladies and gentlemen, didn't I say all that? Didn't I say all that? That they are solving stuff, they do it. Didn't I say all that? But nah, nobody, I don't be knowing what I'm talking about. Now Rolling Stone is saying what I said. But let's continue, ladies and gentlemen. Whatever was happening between them before Vaughn's unaliving seemed like the kind of one-upmanship that rappers grow out of and reflect on as youthful egotism. Iconic rapper 50 Cent had an orts beef with Fat Joe that seemed on the verge of, violence, but they were able to squash it. And now the two seem pretty close friends. In February of last year, he told Rolling Stone that the maturation made him realize he was bugging for going after Joe like that. He also said that he recognized what was happening between Dirk and YoungBoy, those things that were coming from, those things that they're coming from make them do that. Their whole experience is in the music. So, all right. A lot of stuff has happened in the streets because they keep saying, you can look at it right here. So I'm gonna go to this part right here. This is important too. Much of the violence in the streets stems from people protecting their reputations, and unfortunately, drill music is so linked with gang violence. I ain't dealing with that. Linked with gang violence that the dynamic has bled into its fandom. The music has been reduced to a soundtrack to countrywide gang violence that has decimated a generation of black and brown youth. And instead of the circumstances stoking alarm, it's been entertained. It's become entertainment that artists feel compelled to play into. They're a part of it too. On Wonderful Wayne and Jackie Boy Dirt rap, I don't beef on the net. I'm trying to rap it like him, but I can't because I never heard it. I don't beef on the net. That shit fed years, but occasionally played with fire just to let people know who he was. That's why after Vaughn's Unaliving, Dirk's lyric had left a trail of damning hints at retaliation that may find their way into a courtroom. That's why after Pab's Unaliving, he put Quando Cries on the song and cheekily told DJ Academics he no longer saw Sly for Vaughn comments on his Instagram for some odd reason. Because it was an interview where DJ Academics asked him about the Sly for Vaughn comments. I don't know if y'all saw that, but DJ Academics asked him about the Sly for Vaughn comments. And he was like, I don't see them comments no more. But this was after the young man got bodied. So it's weird that the Rolling Stone article agreed with me. Could we get the likes up too as well? Now, we see the foundation of this might be a female. Messing with each other's baby moms. You know, young stuff that dudes do, bravado, but it's playing out in front of the world. So when it plays out in front of the world, the fans say, ho, messing with your baby moms, you got to get at her. I can't really blame the fans 1,000% because that's been a part of what we do in this culture. We do egg each other on, and we like to see the crash. That's how some people get a lot of traction to their channel because they crash every night on YouTube. They start crying, they start drinking, they start talking about people. It gets a lot of traction. It does. But at what cost? Because the end result is King Von or Lil Durk. That has been the end result. Nobody has gotten away scot-free. Everybody is crying. Everybody is mourning, no matter how you look at it. Now, let me offer my solution. Little Durk tried to go on a run and got caught. King Von, not here. Quando Rondo's friend, cousin, unalive. Quando Rondo might have to go to prison. NBA Youngboy, in prison. So the little dudes, nobody won. Who won? You know who won? The record labels, the morgues, the funeral homes, the organ people, in the prison industrial complex. One. Because it's decimating and wiping out a whole crew of dudes on both sides. They don't even live around each other. They're not even in the same state. They jumping on planes to get at each other. Right? Let me continue. The fans are winning because, shit, they like power. They like madness. They like dysfunction. It's our show. It became our reality TV. Who did what today? Who said this? Who did this? Reality is reality TV. But the only thing is that there's no cut. There's no, let's do another tape. People are really ending up like Dirk or Vaughn or NBA Youngboy or Lil Pad. That's what the end result is for everybody. So this is by the way, the super chat is open and the Cash App is available too. So I do take donations and a little help with what I'm doing here. I do like money. Don't get it twisted. Money is important. That's how we keep these lights on, and it's how we keep all of this going. So I see somebody in the chat. David Johnson said Quando won. How did Quando win if his fam got murdered and he might have to go to jail? You didn't win. You seen him? Didn't you see him one day like all doped up and drugged out. How did he win? He was a custody. You don't win. There's no win. Just because you avoided getting unalived and you avoided jail, your conscious and your mental, you didn't win. It's still losses on both sides. But let me continue. You know what my solution for all of this is? My solution is this. Y'all ready? My solution is lawsuits. As Sean would say, the lawsuit. That's my solution. My solution is wrongful death lawsuits. If you put out music where they talking about they gonna slide on somebody, where they gonna get at somebody or they got out somebody, you get put in a lawsuit. If you do an interview where you asking a person, are you gonna slide for them? Are you gonna get some get back? You get in a lawsuit too. If the distribution companies is with it, the streaming companies, YouTube, once they start hitting people's pockets, it all stops. It all stops. Once people's pockets start getting hit, Chief Red Hair, Brown Eyes, I appreciate you supporting my independent voice. Oh, it's back on the screen, so when y'all send me bread, you come up, you immortalize in my screen. Forever, you immortalized. Lawsuits. Oh, y'all put out that record? And then they went and put in work? You're part of the conspiracy. I'm telling you, that will stop everything. Once they start getting them $100 million lawsuits and them $200 million lawsuits, they like, I don't think we want to put out that music no more. Now you had Drake and Kendrick, who battled. They said some heinous stuff about each other a little bit, but they battled, but no blood was shed. These little dudes is drilling. They're talking about what they did verbatim on the records. They're putting the record out. They're shooting videos. Go after YouTube. If I do an interview and I say, hey, man, are you going to do this to this person? Are you going to do this to that person? I get sued too. Nobody's exempt. The magazines get exempt. The blog, the magazines get sued. The blogs get sued. Everybody gets sued for inciting it. Oh, you put slide for such and such? Or you think that's cool and that's cute and it's cool? You get in it too. Oh, you kept going in people's comments, trolling? Because think about this, right? If I'm the individual and I say in the streets or on the phone, yo, you should go such and such, ain't I going down for conspiracy? Didn't I make an order? Didn't I incite the person to do this? Yes, Big Damo. Dancing on people's graves. All of that. Who put this video out? Who directed this video? Oh, we got you. Who did the beat? We got you. What town was this in? Oh, we suing the town. I'm telling you, get the record companies. Get everybody. Because if you as an individual was in the streets and you said, yo, you should go do this to such and such, and they say, who told you to do it? He told me to do it. They're going down too. Oh, you drove the person to do it? They're going down too. Oh, you was the getaway car? You're going down too. You gave them an outlet to do it? You're going down too. So why is it that these people get the profit off of what's going on in the streets and then act like, I don't know what's happening? Now you know, you put the record out. Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, get everybody. I bet you it stop. I bet you they like, oh no, we don't want no lawsuit. We're not putting that out. Because if I say certain things on YouTube, what happens? They demonetize me. Right? They demonetize me. We can't say certain words. We can't talk about certain ethnic groups. What happens? We lose our bread, right? So how is it that we can't talk about something real that's going on in our society and we'll get demonetized, but they could egg on what's going on? They could say freedom of speech, but it ain't freedom of speech when you are conspiring to unalive somebody. That's not freedom of speech. I can't say I'm going to spin your block or I'm going to put a bag of money on your head. So if somebody takes that bounty, ain't I'm the one who said that? Ain't I'm the one who put it out there? Ain't I'm the one who's inciting the fans? That's what I'm saying. So I can't say certain things on here. They get me all the time. I can show you mad videos that's in the yellow. That's why I be needing y'all support. It'd be a lot of stuff that I do. And if we really going to say the streets is dead, the streets is dead, ain't no such thing as snitching no more. You can't get snitched on if you wasn't doing nothing. You can't get snitched on if you wasn't no criminal. You can't get snitched on if you wasn't trying to perpetuate this stupid ass image. So right now, if I get on the phone and they catch me on the phone saying, yo, bro, you should such and such, such and such, what's going to happen to me? What's going to happen to me? Like my brother Bomani said, if I talk about something with 4 or 5 or the Indian chick, what happens? They come into my door. We seen you say you was going to do this. I might not even have the means to do it, but I said it. You know, them big boys will come knock on the door. So how is it that not only are these kids saying they're going to do it, they're doing it. They're doing it. It's happening. And then they rapping about it. And then you got academics, you got all these dudes who never did anything, not about that life, egging it on, slide for Vaughn, and this, that, and the third. But then, when the motherfucker got slid on, they the first ones to report. They picked him up. You think? What you think they picked him up for? For jaywalking? No, you know what they... Listen, when they picked Dirk up, we already knew what it was hitting for. We already knew. We had to say, well, what was it this time? Was it for Vaughn? Was it for this? Was it for that? That's it. Vernon Johnson asked, which you should have asked it in Super Chat, I would have paid more attention to it. But I mean, where's the older generation? Listen, the older generation has been trying to tell the younger generation that the streets is corny and leave it. But that's why I did the video on the 28-year-old Poetic Flacco and the 33-year-old DJ Academics. Lil Durk is 32. These are not 18-year-old guys. These are not 15-year-old guys. Dudes is in their 30s. They know better now. So you could blame the older generation and say what's up with the older generation. But when we talk, I got some of y'all, you old. The first thing that y'all do in defiance is call people old. You old. Like y'all think that's a diss. You old. That's the first thing y'all say. You old. No. I've been your age. You never been mine. And they'll call 45 old. They'll call 47 old. Why? Because they don't even think. Do you know Dirk making it to 32 by his standard, his community? He's old. Did you know that? That's old. So if you 47, 45, they called you, oh, you old as hell with your old ass. That's the first thing I want to say. You old. You old. You old. Now, me, every video I make is about these little dudes chilling. If you look at the Poetic Flacco and Academics video, I didn't diss them. I was saying they got to be more responsible. I did another video, content creators got to be a little bit more responsible for telling the truth. Those are the low view videos. Those are the videos that nobody cares about. But when you talk about the sensationalized videos and who spun and all that, those videos is going to get views. And I'm telling you, if we want it to really stop, it's on us to take the bull by the horn, slam the bull on the floor, and let's make some cheeseburgers. Seriously, it's on us now. We the elders now. The minister Farrakhan, they 92. We don't know how long. And then some of the elders that we have, we don't even listen to their word. A lot of the pastors and the leaders are grifters, liars, deviants. Listen, it's on us now. It's on us. We got to take responsibility. If you 45, you got a responsibility. If you 40, take on a younger dude and show him the ropes. Seriously, that's why I do age-appropriate stuff. That's why I do what I do. That's why I carry myself a certain way. I just let people know I don't tolerate no disrespect. I will cave your chest in and punch a hole in your face. That's just would go without saying with anything, though. That go without saying with anything. But for the most part, hey, we could talk, we could disagree, we could do all that. Once you get disrespectful, what come with disrespect? What come with arguing? Sometimes I don't want to be the bigger person because you got a big mouth. Shit, growing up, I had a big mouth too. I got kicked in my ass a couple of times and I realized, hey, you better learn how to fight or shut up. Most people never had a fight, so they type real hard. And then they say what they gonna do when they see me based off of what Bozo said on YouTube. And you listening to them, all right. But it's on us now. It is our duty. We are the elders. We set the precedent now. But if you one of the elders and you putting the little dudes on the block and I brought them home and I gave them a pack and we was drinking together, you're no longer an elder. You're a peer now. If you're 50-something years old, and I want to be 50-something years old, I want to live old to be 50, right? If you drinking with the youth, you're a peer now. Once you put in $20 and he matched your 20, that's your brother now. That's your peer. There's no elder. You getting drunk just like them. You probably humping on the same girls they humping on. Listen, you ain't no elder no more. You're a peer. Once he say, yo, pick that chaser up. Once he say, yo, go to the store. Get cups. Once he start, because you think about it, in the hood where I'm from, it is the little dudes got to pay dues. Yo, you go into the store, you got to go to the store. Once the little dudes start saying, yo, get them cups. You're like, how many cups we need? Yo, like 10. Once he start talking to you a certain way, once you come with them hairy chicken wings and fries and he go, let me get a fry and dig in your tray, you ain't no elder. You ain't no elder no more. Now you one of the little homies. See me, I always had that separation. Yo, when I go to my hood, I see my little homies, I don't play with them.
This one right here.
I don't play with them. I don't stoop to their level. I don't big homie them. I don't treat them like little dudes either. I respect the fact, hey, man, this little dude old enough to take a life. But I don't play with them. I don't want to crack jokes. I don't want to do nothing. Because one of them going to send you to the Frank stand. One of them going to be like, yo, let me get $20. I know you getting bread. Then after a while, they sizing you up. After a while, they look at you. Damn, you ain't really that big. I got tall. I remember you used to punch on me. I think I could take you. It happens. Even when we look at nature, the young cubs eventually are going to challenge the lion. Once they mane starts getting big, once they yawn and that roar come out, they're like, yo, hold up. Once that piss start getting hard and a little yellow, and they motherfucking chicken meat start dancing, and they like, yo, hold up. I'm getting a little feeling somewhere. That's when the challenges come. So you separate yourself from them. It's their time to be out there. All I could do is say, yo, little niggas, I love y'all. Y'all be safe out here. Streets is mean. Y'all be safe. That's all you can do. But when you sitting with them, yo, I remember that time. You telling them old weak-ass stories. You got one tooth in your mouth. You telling them old weak-ass stories. You had on them clothes for 3 days. After a while, they gonna look at you like, nigga, you fell over. I don't know why you sitting here talking like you still out there. What I do? What's up? Yo, on my way to work. You know what I do? You understand what I'm saying? You gotta be something that they look at and say, yo, you know what? I never seen you get smacked up. I never seen nobody rob you. Yo, you get money. And then, yo, you just keep it moving. I see you shaking and moving. Yo, I want to get like you. Yo, get like me, little homie. This is what I do. I get up, make sure I eat some breakfast, wash my face, brush my teeth, get my skincare together. Yo, take a leak, hit that shower, and this is what I do. And this is what I do every day. And then they start saying, word, yo, I ain't gonna front. I be getting up and I play the game. Now, I don't got no time for the game. Disrupting Reality NYC, I appreciate you. That's what you gotta tell them. You gotta tell them, because again, who do we learn from? The generation before my generation is custies. Respectfully. And again, I learned to forgive because we know it was chemical warfare, germ warfare, psychological warfare, what they did to our communities. But we still affected by that because we are the children of custies. Now, if you wasn't born crack addicted, then you were born a little before your parents became a custody, but you felt the remnants of the drugs hitting the community. It might have hit your uncle. It might not hit your daddy, your mommy. It might have hit your uncle. You seen your big, strong uncle used to come through. Oh, my uncle used to do this. My uncle, then you seen him get puny. You seen people smacking your uncle in the street. You seen your aunt, who was beautiful. Old pictures on the wall, beautiful. She's scrawny now. You know what I'm saying? 1, 2. We seen it, right? So what happens is the generation before us failed us. Good thing I'm from NYC, so consciousness was there. So I was able to come across the 5% lessons. I was able to knew that Malcolm was at Temple number 7 in Harlem. Farrakhan was Temple number 7 in Harlem. I was able to get the Dr. York scribes. I was able to trade books with the homies and all that. Talib Kweli had a bookstore in Brooklyn, in Kiru Books. I was able to get a little bit of the consciousness, and when I got some of the consciousness, I was like, hold on. It was fascinating. I was like, yo. But that's me, though. Some of my friends, honestly, still ain't shit to this day. So all of us is not going to beat the odds. All of us is not going to make it out. You understand what I'm saying? All of us is not going to make it out. So me being around, dudes on the street building, when I was outside, you might come through with the ham sandwich. The guards smack it out your hand. Yo, don't be eating that swine. Go get a turkey. I come from that. So it wasn't the parents. It was the older dudes, the older brothers and sisters that was trying to tell us. Now it's our turn. Little homie, that shit ain't cool. But when you got the little homies and you 50 and you like this, they looking up to you. But you looking up to them. Why? Because these little dudes know how to get that fast money. That's all I'm going to say. I ain't going to say how they do it, but they know how to get that fast money. They understand technology. They understand how to zoe people. That's what we say in New York. But I don't want to say what the real word is, you know what I'm saying? But they know how to get out on people. You sitting there, your old, decrepit, stupid ass, because you didn't even embrace social media. You ever see a dude that be like 45 and he like, I don't even know how to work this thing. You don't know how to work an iPhone? And I see my 7-year-old niece get on her phone and call people and do all types of stuff. You ever notice when you have a product or you have music, your man will find a picture of somebody who passed away and post it and be like, rest in peace. But if you got an album out or something, you know I don't know how to work this stuff, or you know how to work it when you, anyway. So, the young dudes know how to get to them bags. So the older dudes is dressing. You see, like, look, now we seeing dudes in pictures with bell bottoms on. In pictures with their whole knees out their pants. Let me tell you something. If I buy some jeans, and they're about like $80, $90 for them jeans, it better be full jeans. How you buy jeans that's holy? They get holy after you wear them 700 times. You bought something new with holes in it? You got beat. That's how I look at it. But they be like, no, that's the style. Bell bottoms is the style. Holy pants is the style. Pants with no knees is the style. I'll just stick to cargo pants and black tees. I'm good. I'll be on my gargamel. You know what I'm saying? Just Big Damo said, dress like the Ozzy brothers. Exactly. That's the style. You didn't even get full dungaree. It gave you like 60% dungarees and charge you like $90, charge you $200 for what? Oh, no, the pants come in this box. Man, I take the same, but put them in a plastic bag. I don't need no damn box and no all these little trinkets. It's pants.
After this.
What the hell? You got, I'm seeing people in jeans with no knees. Just kneecap. Both kneecaps, too. You know how sus that look? Like you look? That's that nigga kneecaps? That nigga walk in with his kneecaps. So. That's back in the days when you got a hole in your pants, Mom Dukes or Grandma Dukes, put a patch on it. And you still was getting played for having a patch. They'll try to sew it, or you had jean shorts. You had jorts. But you wasn't wearing no pants with no holes in it. What did they say to you? Stay off your knees. I tell you to stay off your knees. No diddy. But you know how when you was little, you might be on your knees. You got a proper knee spin, or you playing with a car, you on your knees, you know. No diddy. You know what I'm saying? But you was told to stay off your knees. You messing your pants up. These dudes are buying clothes with no knees in it. And then you see them sitting somewhere and you look. Mad niggas don't got no knees. What the hell is going on?
That's cool.
But
okay.
For the most part, we are the big homies now. We gotta set the precedent. We gotta make it cool. And again, I don't be wanting to flash. I don't be wanting to shine. But sometimes I really might have to show people how I'm living, some of my possessions, to show people you can do it the right way and still get these things. Don't let nobody fool you into that it's all come from criminality, it all come from deviance and low integrity. No, you can still keep all of your integrity. You don't have to be a criminal. You don't have to be a drunk. You don't have to be a constant get high person. You can live a clean life, read books, watch documentaries, create content, and still live in a certain crib, drive foreigns, have jewelry, all of that. And sometimes I be wanting to show that, yo, this is how I'm living. I don't drink, smoke. I don't do none of that stuff. All I do is, the content is everything. But it's not content at the detriment to my community. You get what I'm saying? I'm not going to do content that's ratchet content and act like I care. Sometimes I got to show people, look, matter of fact, where my keys at? I'm going to show you I don't know where my car keys is at. You know what I'm saying? iPhone 16. Like I said, we up on technology. We get everything. You understand what I'm saying? We a part of everything moving. Don't think that, don't listen to people when they be like, yo, because broke is a mentality. The fiat is not money. This is your money because this is always going to get you that. You just have this. You can lose it if you don't have this. Because when you have money, you have to have financial literacy. You understand what I'm saying? You got to have financial literacy. You got to know how to make money and keep money. Or make more money. Or you got all this popularity, you're a popular nobody. So you got to know how to monetize yourself. You got to know how to be a brand. That's why if you notice, everything pertaining to my brand has my face. You look down here. You got Doggy Diamonds TV down here. You look up here, no filter. I don't deal with zeros. You know what I'm saying? With O's. I should put one to log on. Now look at this right here, what I showed y'all the other day. When I do the news, it's called a rundown. Look right over here on the right. The rundown, the O is my face. So you're familiar with, when you see that, that's him. I don't care where you see it. If you see it on Facebook, if you see it on Instagram. I was in the shop the other day, and the dude said to me, yo, I was watching something with your little cartoon face and all that. I'm like, yo, it's everywhere. That's me. You see it behind me. When my face was 300 pounds, it's behind me. I made it over, did it over, put my shades on. You know what I'm saying? I got my hairline. So again, we have to find a way to show that you could be completely legitimate all the brothers out there that have a 9-to-5 job, I salute you, I praise you. You are the real heroes. All the ladies out there who have a 9-to-5 job, still take care of them children, still feed them children, still come home, do homework, all the brothers who babysit, all the mothers, stay-at-home mothers, I salute you. I do not look down my glasses at nobody. I don't job shame. You are needed in our society. As long as you are a productive member of society, you're not posting BS, you're not saying BS, your children is well kept, your house is clean, they're fed, they're clothed, they're bathed, they're learning. I salute all of y'all. To all you fathers who's there, who go home, who play with their children, who change Pampers, who play tea parties with their daughters, trucking coast to coast. We need truckers because without the truckers, we don't get the goods. But what we do, we tell them, yo, how many followers you got? If you don't have this, that, and the third, you ain't this, that, and the third. Nah, we got to stop that. We got to change that. We got to say having a trade is okay. We got to say having a job is okay. We got to let people know being a regular, washing clothes is okay. Because if you going to buy pants with no knees in them pants cost a lot of money. You got to keep them clean. You understand what I'm saying? Yo, Divine, on your way to work. That's all of this is important. We have to let it be known how important all of us are. We are an engine that's only going to work based off the pieces in the engine functioning correctly. Get it? If the pieces of the engine is functioning correctly, yo, you ain't writing exact, yo, you need a tune-up over here because the way that cog spin is messing up this cog. You get what I'm saying? So now, when we have these platforms and we don't like how these platforms is moving, we think these platforms ain't conducive to our plight and our struggle. We say, yo, you know what? We've been supporting you for a while, but all you do is promote BS. We off you. We gonna show you that this ain't what we want. Just the same way they deaded reggae, because reggae was very conscious. You had dancehall, but you had a lot of conscious reggae. You had a lot of conscious hip hop. There's no give me one R&B group. I'll wait. Give me one R&B group right now that's talking about love. Give me one R&B group that's talking about marriage and children and family. Give me one R&B group. Just give me one. I'll wait. Matter of fact, while you think of an R&B group, I'll go get something. I got to drink some water. I'll be right back.
Hello, Deke. You'll be pleased to know that a little Thestral was born.
How wonderful to have more Thestrals in our world. Such misunderstood beasts.
I'm sorry that we can both see Thestrals, Deke.
Deke is privileged to see such majestic beasts, but sometimes wishes Deke couldn't. Deke is to blame.
What do you mean to blame?
Years ago, Deke's master ordered Deke to help him capture a phoenix, the rarest of all beasts that Master had spotted high on a cliff. The phoenix was the most beautiful beast Deke had ever seen. Deke begged Master to leave her be. When Deke...
At Go Auto, we know car insurance can be expensive. The good news is, it doesn't have to be.
You are as guilty as they are because you were an essential part of that crime. When you went to spend that blood money on sneakers and jerseys, you revealed to the court the value you placed on the human life that was taken.
One of the men convicted in the 2018 murder of rapper XXXTentacion is now appealing his conviction, and his legal team is focusing a lot of their attention on a major celebrity, Drake.
The rival between two of rap music's biggest stars, Drake and Kendrick Lamar, is entering a dramatic new chapter. Drake's company has filed 2 legal actions accusing Universal Music Group, which represents both of the artists, of defamation and illegally boosting Lamar's viral song that targeted Drake, Not Like Us. Lawyers for Drake allege UMG enacted a scheme to, quote, artificially inflate that song.
As I mentioned, Williams is appealing this decision, and a big focus of this is on Drake.
Mr. Onfroy, which I'll refer to him as X for this interview because his stage name was XXXTentacion, which was the victim in this case. Prior to him being murdered, he had posted on Instagram if anybody kills me, I'm snitching right now. It's champagne popping. I'm paraphrasing, but something to that effect, right? So imagine the decedent said prior to his death.
Let me see. I'm having a hard time with this. What you doing? DJ, stop that.
Just let me know if there's something in particular you're looking for.
Buy a potting table with large pots filled. Do I have a potting table? I already bought that. Okay, let me see. I think I bought that already. What is it? The Magic Neep. Okay. We go to the Magic Neep.
Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help. Historically speaking, there's never been a... Come on. Now, where was I? Right. Oh, yes.
Flux wheat seed. Flux wheat seed. That's not B. It's not C.
Now, you let me know if there's anything else I can help you with. You have a good head for business, haven't you?
What? Fighting. Secret room. Secret room.
No one can say I don't keep a stacked shelf.
Okay. So what we doing now? Drill a potting table with large. Drill a potting table with large. Conjure object with large. Let me see. Conjure. Biology. Okay, let me go back to biology. Okay, so biology number. Second one, okay. G. Large potting. Which one? Okay, so anyway, 1,000. Okay. Fine. Okay. So I need to. Okay, I know what's going on. I know what I gotta do. Exactly what I gotta do. I need to go out there and grind where I'm at. I know where. First, go to this person. Okay, let's go to the map. Go there. Yeah.
On another adventure, are we? He supposedly has evidence against Harlow. We need to speak to him.
Where could Archie have gone?
Are you all right? We're looking for Mr. Bickle.
My husband is dead. He killed him.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, Mrs. Bickle. Who killed your husband?
Theophilus Harlow. I'm sure of it. He's been threatening my husband for weeks and... Oh, where is my son? Where is Archie?
I don't mean to be grim, but could Harlow have taken him?
Archie's satchel is missing, so he may have left on his own. Hopefully he's just gone wandering, as he's prone to do. I hope he wasn't here when Harlow... when my husband...
Do you know which way Archie might have gone?
He has a little hideout in the forest south of here. He never wanders far. But if he witnessed Harlow doing something to his father, I'm afraid to leave, in case he comes back home.
We'll find your son, Mrs. Bickle.
Thank you. What am I going to do?
Please do not worry, Mrs. Bickle. We will bring Archie home. When I took the letter to Officer Singer, she told me about Mr. Bickle. He had been doing the same thing we are.
I need all this stuff. That's why I came here.
I had hoped to
I
speak
come
with
here
him
just to
about
hang
what he
out,
had
bro.
found, but we were too late.
I'm curious to get outside over there. Okay.
Incendio! Protego! What did Officer Singer say about the letter you brought her?
She thanked me, but she clearly felt that it was not enough. It is a shame that hippogriffs cannot speak. Your friend Highwing could provide all the evidence against Harlow that we need.
Revelio.
We will need something more. This must be little Archie's hideout that Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Archie? Archie Bickle! He would not have done this to his own hideout. Someone came here looking for him. Revelio may be our only hope of finding out which way he went. There! Archie's footprints. He went this way. I thought we would have found Archie by now.
I suspect he'll keep running if he's being followed.
If it is Harlow that's pursuing him, I only hope you're right. Men like Harlow would not think twice about killing a child. We must find Archie quickly.
What's in here?
You've made a mistake.
Let's go here. This. here for one day. Where's it at? There we go, right over there.
Confringo. Incendio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Confringo.
Where is it?
Incendio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Levioso. Revelio.
Wolves! Prepare for a fight.
Incendio.
Expelliarmus. Descendo. Erecto momento.
Incendio. Confringo.
I hope Archie didn't cross paths with that wolf pack.
Revelio.
We should look around.
Archie's satchel. Why would he leave it behind?
He was likely running from Harlow, distracted. This may be a good time for Revelio again. Archie went this way. I have a bad feeling about this. Harlow must have a reason for pursuing Archie.
I wonder what Archie saw. I hope he didn't see Harlow kill his father.
He would never overcome it. At least not in any way that I
Revelio.
can imagine. A fork in the road. We will need Revelio again.
Revelio.
Multiple sets of footprints. Oh, Harlow caught up to him here. This is not good. They went this way.
Accio. Glacius. see Thestrals too?
I witnessed death when I was 9. Saw my first Thestral shortly thereafter. I found comfort in it. I still do. I think those of us who have witnessed death deserve some comfort.
I'm sorry you experienced something like that at so young an age.
I was with my father when he died.
Revelio.
My mother was away, and I felt quite helpless. It was a long time ago in some ways, but in other ways, it seems like it was only yesterday. I still see him so clearly.
You must miss him.
My father was a wonderful man.
Revelio.
Let us keep moving. We must find Archie.
Revelio. Revelio.
Big ass tits,
I
man.
did not expect this tent to be so large on the inside. That complicates things a little.
You don't think you saw it?
Expelliarmus.
Confringo. Levioso.
That's just pitiful.
Revelio. Accio.
Reducto.
Confringo.
Not so tough then. Vague. Reducto.
Revelio. Incendio.
Somebody out there?
Expelliarmus.
Accio. You regret Accio.
Expulso. Had enough yet?
Levioso.
You're easy.
Bickle. Your mother sent us to find you.
Oh, I'm so glad to see you.
Not too loud, Archie.
Sorry.
We need to get this open. Aloha, Mora.
A man called Harlow. He killed my father.
We're so sorry, Archie. We won't let him get away with it. But first, we need to get you home to your mother.
Thank you for saving
Time
me.
is 3.
You wouldn't have
It's
it any
3
other way,
o'clock. I gotta get
Archie.
off this game. Yeah, I gotta get
Now
off
let's
this
get
game.
you home. We know a safe way back.
I gotta get off the game.